Oh my god, summer! How warm is it, guys? Well, I don't know if it's warm where you are, but where I live, it's very, very warm. I don't know why, but I hate sitting on this sofa. There's I've got work emails on a Sunday. Sorry, it's a Monday. Oh no, it's bank holiday though. Are you alright? I actually tried on loads of last summer's clothes and they don't fit. I can't get them over my arse, which isn't a bad thing. I don't mind. The only thing I mind about is the fact that I'm really trying to save at the minute, and to then have to go out and buy summer clothes is slightly unfortunate. I popped up to my mum's, grabbed loads of my summer stuff. Like I've got like a box of summer stuff that I kept up there, and I brought it down and I was like, nope, like barely anything. So this is actually a play suit that I've rolled and tied because it's only the tops that fit and the bottoms just won't go over my bum. So oh. You win some and you lose some, don't you? I was really excited to film it yesterday, but I messed it up, so here we are. Today's video is all about how to manifest and attract what you want through the power of letting go. On Friday, this is exactly what happened to me. It's a bit funny, but because of how you watch this versus when I film this. So on Friday just gone, it was a new moon, and it was the new moon in Gemini, and if you don't know, then new moons are the perfect time to manifest and set your desires. And sorry if you can see like spot marks, I'm just still trying to have makeup free days because obviously it's sunny. Anyway, the week before a new moon you may feel like really heavy, and you may find that like lots of emotions are coming up that you're like, hold on, I thought I let go of this, like why is this being brought up? And it's kind of like your shadow self and the sides of the emotions maybe that you've really suppressed in the lead up to the new moon. They're all getting brought up. And then when a new moon comes, it's like a whole fresh start, and you're like, whew, finally dealt with that. And it's like a breath of fresh air, if you like. And I'm not joking when I say this past week has been really heavy. And then the next day, I cannot begin to describe to you how mental it was, like to the point that I was like, shut up, Chloe, because you're manifesting everything today. Amazing what can happen when you do let go. So this video is my top tips on how to manifest your desires by simply letting go. So I'll try and keep this sweet because obviously I've been chatting for quite a bit, so I made some notes just to try and keep me on track. Number one would be to understand that you get what you focus on but not what you attach yourself to. So when you manifest, it's not about attaching yourself to the desired outcome, which leads me on to the next point of don't attach yourself to a desired outcome. Now you can manifest something and you can ask the universe for what you want, but don't attach yourself to how you're going to get it. Be open to different ways that you might get it. So if you're trying to manifest money, don't assume that the universe is always just going to give you cash in the bank. What it could give you is like your friend offering to buy you a coffee that you were going to buy. That saved you $2.50, so that you've manifested money. Or like discount off food that you're normally going to buy. For example, I went into Tesco and Hex sausages that are normally £3 at half price. I was like, boom. Number three would be to completely leave your past behind. Now, this is so much easier said than done. I often find myself either thinking way too far in the future, and I go into like some little daydream thing of like me living my best life in the future, or I'm living way too in the past and I'm thinking, oh, what if I had done this? Oh, what if I did that? Yeah, but if I just stuck with that, and actually, oh my god, if that was happening now, if I was me in that time now, how would I have done something? It's not worth it. It's done. Like there's literally like nothing we can do, and by living in the past constantly and not living in the now, we're telling the universe that that's where we are, and we're not ready to welcome in the new, and we're not ready to welcome in our new manifestations because we're living so far in the past. Number four would be just to trust that everything works out okay, and this is like a really simple one to do. Everything that you've been through so far in your life, you've got through, and if you're watching, like you're okay. If right now, especially with the current climate that we're in, if it's not okay right now, look at other things in the past that you've been through and how they've shaped you and how they've grown and how you've grown and how you have actually been okay after them. Your manifestation will come to you in the best possible way and in the way that it's meant to come to you. Tip would be to completely clear out the old. So while you may be ready to leave the past behind and you may be fine about not attaching yourself to the outcome, it's now you need to make space for the new. So whether that is clearing out a drawer or moving your flat around or giving it a good clean, or I say flat as if like everyone's living in a flat, sorry, like your home, your bedroom, I don't know where you live. Is there something that you can clean out? And for me, because I haven't lived in this place very long and it's only me here, I don't actually actually have loads to clear out. So what I sometimes do is like go through my phone and like just delete any screenshots or any old pictures that no longer serve me. Or Zoe, my best friend, made a good one of like going through your contacts and just deleting contacts, because like, I've got contacts in my, or I had contacts in my phone of clients that I trained like 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm like, oh, I don't need your number. Clearing out things that you're like holding on to and you're cluttering into your life to be able to make space for new stuff. That's one of my favorite stuff. I love a good clear out. I love a good sort, a good organize. I don't know what tip we're on, but another one would be to ask signs from the universe. This one's very, very woo-woo. Just go with it, all right? Stay with me. Ask the signs from the universe that your manifestation is, can't get comfy guys, but ask the signs from the universe that your manifestation is coming or that you're on the right lines. Now, honestly, this is what freaked me out the most. And some of you probably just be like, oh, this is coincidence, but just go with it for a minute, just hear me out. Before coronavirus, early March time, I watched a YouTube video, and in it she said, one of the girls was just like, yeah, I always ask the universe to show me a rainbow when I'm on the right path. Oh God, this is so weird, and I'm probably gonna, no, I'm not gonna say it because I'll lose you all. So I was like, that's such a lovely one, and I love rainbows, I love colour. Not that you can see right now in that frame, I look very grey and white, don't I? That's a really good one. So I started to ask for rainbows when I was on the right path. And then coronavirus happened, and then the NHS I started to see rainbows quite often. So the light, when it comes down, creates like a rainbow on my balcony, or I would watch a tarot spread on YouTube and I would see a rainbow or something like that. Like rainbows were just starting to come into my life a little bit more. Now you can say that's just because you were looking out for them, maybe, but what that does, you could argue that yeah, it's just a coincidence, and because I'm focusing my mind on them, because they're at the front of my mind, that's what I'm going to see. But that's also a really good thing if you're trying to manifest, because like I said earlier, you are what you you will get what you focus on. So if I then, every time I see a rainbow, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on the right path, and that makes me feel a little bit better, and that raises my vibration every time I see a rainbow, because I'm like, yes, I'm on the right path, this is good, and it makes me feel good, then surely that's a good thing. And if you're manifesting money, for example, and you ask, I don't know, you might say, I don't know why I'm using Range Rovers as an example, but you might say oh, show me a Range Rover if I'm on the right path and I'm on the right track to receiving my money manifestation. And then you start seeing like Range Rovers on YouTube, or like on an advert, or you're walking around and you see 3 Range Rovers in a row or something like that. Like that's a sign that could potentially be a sign. And if it's not, and this is way too spiritual for you, then it might not necessarily be a sign for you, but it could be just that, oh yeah, Range Rover, money, well, how do I want that money? And it's that like constant cognitive reminder of that's what you're working for. Manifestation is never just ask for it, sit back and do bugger all and not work for it. It's about then looking at that great bigger picture and then bringing it back to the present day. So like I said, like not living in the past, not living too much in the future. And what can you do right now that will get you that manifestation? And just to wrap it up, is one of like my most important tips is make sure you are asking, oh, there's 2 actually. Make sure you are asking out of desire and out of gratitude, and not out of fear and of lack. And I think that's a real crucial one. What happens when you say, oh, there's a little robin, I've got no money, I've got no money? You're asking from a state of lack and from a state of fear. So you're telling the universe that you do not have that, and you're on that frequency of not having it. So you're not going to be welcoming in money because you're not on the same frequency of money. You have to be really asking out of desire and out of gratitude. A lot of people question like, well, why would the universe give me more if I already feel like I've already got it? And it's because you're already on that frequency. If you already why can't I say it? If you already feel wealthy and you're looking and you're grateful for what you already have, all right, you might not have a shit ton of money in the bank, but you have wealth in so many other ways. Do you have really wealthy relationships, for example? Can you afford to put food on the table? Can you still pay your rent? Are you still getting in, all right, it might not be the money that you want every month, but are you still getting in some money that you can live? And it's about being really, really grateful for what you have, because the highest frequencies are love and joy, and you get that through gratitude. So if you can be on those really high frequencies, you're just going to be welcoming in more. As long as you're you're manifesting out of lack and from living in the past and holding on to that outcome and not just being like free and just being open to receiving, you're going to really struggle to get that manifestation. Just to sum it up, just really quickly, let go of the past, about trust in the universe, and just going with it, and just being like, okay, this is how I would like it to manifest, but I'm not holding on to it because I'm open to how energy just flows in and out. This is actually my final point. When you think you've let go some more. Here's my video on how to manifest through the power of letting go. And eventually, I know I say this all the time, but I would love to be able to do a manifestation video on everything that I've managed to manifest, but I just really struggle with it because some of them, they don't want to seem as if I'm bragging and stuff, so it's a little bit difficult. But honestly, this has happened to me in the past couple of days, that I just let go of the past and was just like, meh, okay, fine, I surrender. And all of these different manifestations started coming to me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because as I say in all my videos, it does really help me, and what it does is just shows YouTube that there's something worth watching here, so it might show it to more people on YouTube. So if you can just like engage or comment or something, then it would mean a lot to me. Anyway, if you don't already, come follow me on Instagram at Chloe Hodgkinson, where I post every day about kind of like my lifestyle. I post a lot of deep shit. And have a lovely day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!